Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Indiglo Jypsy. I'm Jenna. I'm going to be doing a general tarot reading for your sign. Wherever that may fall in your chart, you're welcome here. If the title of the video draws you in, you're also welcome here, or if you're dealing with the Virgo. Please keep in mind that this will be general and the messages won't resonate with everyone. So just take what you need and leave the rest. Remember that energies can go vice versa. Gender is not literal. And these readings are timeless, so whenever you find them is when the messages were meant for you. If it does resonate, I would love to hear about it in the comments. And if not, you can check your other placements and catch another reading. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, the information will be in the description. Thank you so much for anyone who has liked, shared, commented, and subscribed. My gratitude extends infinitely, and if you're considering it, I would absolutely love to have you, okay? So I have organic sage for sale. You can get with me through email to purchase that. And I also have heart-shaped crystals similar to these, but they're in the shape of a heart, about 1 inch. And you can inquire with me about those as well, okay? So Virgo, I'll start with some sound for us to get us on the same frequency. Whenever I use this bowl, it reminds me to take a deep cleansing breath, just to relax and remind yourself that everything is okay, okay? If you have an earbuds, be mindful because this could be very loud, right? Thank you so much. Okay, so Spirit, what messages do you have for Virgo at this time? Okay. I hope you guys are doing wonderful and happy and healthy and well. All right, messages for Virgo. Messages for Virgo, please. Virgo, Virgo. I'm also on Twitch. If you're interested, I'm on TikTok. And I'm also on Instagram. Same name, Indiglo Jypsy. And you're welcome to any of those platforms. I would love to have you there also. Okay. Okay, Virgo. Virgo. Thank you so much, Spirit. One more for Virgo, please. Okay, let's try that again. Here we go. Okay, Virgo. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the star reversed. So this is Aquarius energy. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or have it in your chart. I do feel a sense of hopelessness, maybe a lack of clarity in a certain situation. You also have the Fool reversed. So you could be dealing with an Aries or have Aries in your chart. But I'm just getting like you're not feeling very optimistic about a certain move that you maybe wanted to make at some point. It just feels like it lacks momentum. Maybe the person with whom you are dealing, you don't feel like moving forward with them anymore. You lost hope. You lost faith. Perhaps somebody wasn't faithful is what this is giving here with the Fool reversed. Somebody could have done something foolish, maybe said something prematurely, something rude, something ignorant. Mercury is set to go retrograde on the 10th and will stay so until the 4th of June. So there could be, this could be a lack of clarity in communication and or movement. And we'll see, we'll get deeper into it. The Knight of Wands. So perhaps you are feeling like somebody is in and out or inconsistent. Perhaps they're immature in some way. They could be very physically attractive. But that's really all that they're having to offer here, Virgo. Like it's whatever their energy is. Maybe the person feels like they're like they can't do any wrong, like they're the truth or something like that. But I feel like that energy has got you to feel like maybe a pause, like you don't really see a way forward in the situation. 4 of Pentacles here. It could be, there could be a financial issue going on, and that is why like you feel like you can't move forward with someone. Perhaps somebody has really bad spending habits and you don't, Virgo, like you're trying to like save money and they're trying to spend it. And so it's hard for you to maybe see a future or a way forward with somebody who doesn't take responsibilities and or financial planning very seriously, is what this is giving. Somebody could also want to hold on while you may want to let go, is what this is also giving. Somebody's just too inconsistent here, to the point where you don't see like how you're going to be able to manage, moving on with this person or with this situation. So the challenge here is the 9 of Pentacles. Again, this is related to finances and feeling secure, okay? So I feel like it's almost like I feel like you could do better on your own here, Virgo. This is your energy with the 9 of Pentacles. Maybe you want to be single, but they want to hold on, or vice versa. But I am picking up some financial burdens going on. Like somebody just doesn't, for some reason I'm getting like sugar mama or sugar daddy vibes off of this. Like maybe somebody is, so wasteful that you're wondering if they're with you just for financial gain or financial benefit. Taurus had a similar reading, like where they were wondering the same thing. So, but yeah, the challenge here is the 9 of Pentacles is really getting your financial footing and feeling single and feeling secure, feeling independent. That's a challenge right now here for you, Virgo. What is on your mind, Virgo, is the 5 of Wands. So you're really conflicted about the situation. There could be some competition. This could be about a job situation. Like maybe you feel like you should go somewhere where you're worth more, but you've been at this job so long, you don't want to let it go, but you just feel like maybe the hours are inconsistent. If this is a job situation, the hours are very inconsistent. So it's like, how am I supposed to build wealth if I don't have the hours that I need or the salary that I need? And the same thing goes for a relationship, and this could be lots of people competing over your position, so it's looking, like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And if this is a relationship situation, it's the same thing. Perhaps, it's coming off like somebody's coming off a little playery, like, maybe somebody's been caught like talking to other people, entertaining other people, or maybe when you go out, they're smiling in people's face sort of thing. Maybe they are really attractive and they realize that. And I'm just getting maybe a little bit of a lack of respect for partnership here, which is why like you're on the fence about maybe being single or not, whether that would be a better option for you. Somebody could be competing over your partner's attention, and you're not really up for that either, okay? So what you're coming from here, Virgo, is the Hermit. You showed up in your own reading, okay? So I feel like you really tried to gain a sense of wisdom and try to learn from past experiences that maybe were really harsh, really hard on you, Virgo. I feel like you had to go through this period of darkness, this dark night of the soul. This Hermit here, his arm is bandaged. When he's walking through the forest, it appears relatively cold. It just seems like really harsh conditions here is what you're coming from. And you're using your senses to make your way forward. Okay, this is an energy that you're trying to move out of. I feel like you've gained some sort of enlightenment. And maybe that's why you feel like you can't move forward in this situation. You feel like maybe you've outgrown it, okay, is what this is giving. So what is at the subconscious of the reading here, Virgo, is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So this is you along with Taurus and Capricorn, but this could be parental responsibilities weighing you down, or this could be like you feel like the person is a burden, like they're an expense. Like if you don't have children, the person with whom you're dealing is becoming costly and expensive and draining. This could have to do with your mother or whatever the more feminine parent is. You could be taking care of them, and maybe it's costing you a lot of money, a lot of energy, a lot of time, and you really want to go off and do your own thing, but you have obligations to your parent here. Like you could be taking care of a sick parent or just a dependent parent. They might necessarily be sick, but they could be financially dependent on you, Virgo. For some of you, you are actually parents, and this is the weight of the responsibility of being a parent. And you're on the fence of like, gosh, I really want my money for myself, but I have to, I'm obligated to this child. So there's a few different situations going on here. And then for others of you, you're in a relationship with somebody that feels like more of a dependent than a partner here, okay? And I feel like you're just getting drained here, Virgo. Like it could be taking a toll on your health, because what I'm sensing here is that you're not really assessing your own needs as much as you should be. I feel like perhaps you're in a state of lack, just due to the fact that somebody is more financially irresponsible, or draining, on your energy. Like they're so in and out, and you're like sick of trying to keep up with what they're doing and who they're talking to, who they've been entertaining. And if it's a job, I feel like the job is not paying you enough to take care of your dependents. Okay. For others of you, I'm talking to a single parent who, you might be waiting around for the other parent to show up financially. And that's actually costing you a lot more to have to take care of the child by yourself. Okay. So just a few different things going on there at the subconscious level. What is coming towards you here, Virgo, is the 10 of Pentacles reversed. So we've gone from the 9 to the 10, but the 10 is reversed. So you can look forward to just drainage here is what this is giving. If something doesn't change here, I'm giving you a 5 week period, 5 day, like I feel like there's a need for you to kind of come to terms with what it is you want to do here in the next 5 days to 5 weeks. Or this is going to end up costing you in the long run. It's going to cost you your peace. It's going to hit you in your wallet, and it's going to hit you in your health. Okay. You're just going to be completely drained here. Like you're at risk of getting sick yourself here, Virgo, is what this is giving. And you're one of the signs that actually rules, health and work. And I feel like both of these areas of your life are being affected. You've already kind of gone through a dark night of the soul, and, I feel like you're still kind of, that energy is still kind of lingering about you. There could be people kind of gossiping, lots of opinions on what it is you're going through at this time. Maybe you're getting advice from people that think that you should release this job or release this person, or some people may even be like, why don't you put your parent in a home or something like that? People could just be very opinionated, and that might be draining you too. I feel like you don't really want to hear a lot of opinions from other people, but, there's a lot of conflict coming from various positions. It could be not just people kind of pulling for your person's attention if you're involved romantically, but it could also be many people in your head giving you advice, whether warranted or not. Like, hey, Virgo, you could do this. Hey, Virgo, you could do that. You could work here. You could start this. You could do that. And you're just kind of overwhelmed by everything, to the point where you're feeling very drained. Okay. Your inner child here is also calling out for nurturing. So there's something about your inner child that has been neglected. And I feel like that's why you keep attracting people that are like infants almost. It's almost like they're dependent financially, or they're dependent energetically here, Virgo. And it is costing you so much. It's costing you financially, and it's costing you, there aren't many cups here, but it's costing you emotionally for many of you, because it's hitting you in your wallet. And for many of us, that is tied to our emotions. Our finances are directly related to the way that we think and feel about ourselves and others, So just be very mindful of the information that you're ingesting, and the people that you're surrounding yourself with here, Virgo. Is this job worth it? Is this relationship worth it? Is all this conflict and competition actually worth it? Because it looks like it's going to end up really costing you, and then maybe you may be sharing information with people that are just using it against you here for some of you. I just feel like you haven't really got a break in a while is what this is giving, Virgo. I'm so sorry. This is it's coming off very harsh, it's coming off very overwhelming, and I feel like you've been through the ringer, and maybe you just don't have like a trustworthy source of a person that you can actually just let it all out to, and without like information, or advice, I feel like you just need somebody to listen sometimes here, Virgo. you're usually the one that people can go to for practical advice. But now at this point in your life, it's like you're the one that needs the practical advice, but maybe you can't quite give it to yourself because of all the, you know, various bits of energy coming at you at the same time. Okay. This could be also the breakup of a family. Here with this Ten of Pentacles, it's like maybe the reason that you're still hanging around is because you're afraid of what people will say if your family splits up. Like you don't want to come off like you gave up or you don't care or something like that, or like you're complaining. I am getting a sense of you are concerned with the opinions and thoughts of others. And maybe you're in a community, like a wealthier community, affluent community. So the way that things appear really kind of matter. That could be aspecting this situation, you know, that you don't want to be judged by your community here in this situation. Because I do see that lots of chatter, lots of opinions are affecting, you know, your vibration at this time. So you are holding on to it partially for that reason. So the energy that you're in here, Virgo, is the Six of Pentacles reversed. So many pentacles in this reading. You know, lots of earth here. So there is a need for you to ground. You know, there's a need for you to get connected with earth. We're in Taurus season right now, one of your fellow earth signs. So the message here is to get, you know, comfortable with the uncomfortable, Virgo. That is what is going to save you energetically here. Because with the Six of Pentacles, you're feeling like you're not receiving equal give and take. I feel like you are feeling like you're putting way more in than you're getting back. You could be feeling like you're being breadcrumbed, and you know, you just don't know how to quite, you're just not really sure which way to go, because there's a part of you that wants to hold on to this. Maybe you've invested a shitload of time, up to 9 years, up to 13 years for some of you, I'm getting. And for others of you Virgos, it could be 23 years. Okay, so that's a long time to have invested financially, energetically, emotionally, everything. And, you know, this is part of the reason why you don't separate. Also, if you are considering divorcing and you're a male Virgo, this could be, you know, this could hit you in your wallet. You know, maybe you're not prepared to like separate because it's going to be more expensive to do it that way for some of you. But I do feel like the give and take is unequivalent. And, you know, you're just being drained. Like it's like the account is being emptied as we speak. You know, the energy is being emptied as we speak. Okay. I'm going to get one clarifier for this Six of Pentacles. One more for the Six of Pentacles, please, for Virgo. One more for the Six of Pentacles. Okay. So the Six of Cups reversed. So yeah, this could have to do with children and you know, maybe you're putting a kid through college. This could be a karmic situation, you know, a soulmate situation too. Some of you may be spending too much time fantasizing or in a dream-like state. Some of you are also like stuck in the past here, Virgo, okay? And that is why you continue to, it's becoming your current experience, okay? So yeah, with this Six of Cups here reversed, clarifying the Six of Pentacles, it's definitely giving maybe being stuck in the past, you know, on things that didn't work, things that went wrong, just sort of a negative energy. It's like a dwelling sort of energy on all the times that maybe you were shortchanged or, you know, not paid fairly or breadcrumbed or something like that. Something that has you in a sort of a lack or scarcity mentality. And it's something from the past, okay? You could, you know, constantly or repeatedly be attracting partners that are, you know, they breadcrumb you. And they make you feel like things are unfair, like there's something missing. And for some of you, it's just being tired of the responsibility of maybe it is one of your children, but maybe they're grown and they should be capable of, taking care of themselves, and you're still footing the bill for them, okay? And not only are you footing the bill, but they seem like they're not as grateful as they should be, here, Virgo. And that's going to be for some of you. The energy that is around you at this time is the Four of Swords reversed. So someone is restless. We can find out why. I feel like somebody's very restless, and they're the way they talk. There's something about the way they talk. The Five of Cups reversed. So there's some remorse or some regret or some sort of a level of shame, that some sort of a sadness here that they're trying to cope with or deal with. But the way they do it is being rowdy, being inconsistent, being immature, being mouthy. Like I just heard blatantly disrespectful. This might be a means of coping with some sort of a trauma or some sort of a loss. Somebody could have lost someone, and they're just very conflicted about how to cope with that or deal with that, okay? I also just heard PTSD. That could be part of the situation. Somebody could have been, I'm so sorry to bring this up, but somebody could have been harmed by multiple people at once here, and they're still struggling with that energy. And that is why they're coming off, inconsistent and ungrateful and seeking validation through other people, and seeming like they're entertaining multiple people here is what this is giving. That is the energy that is around you at this time. So I'm also picking up that is like bleeding over on you here, Virgo. Like this whole situation just has you completely restless, and you don't know how to come out of it. It's like a nightmare, or this bad dream that is like taking forever to wake up from, okay? So with this Knight of Swords here, with this Knight of Swords here, so I feel like there's a fear of dishonesty, obviously, like you're not being told the whole story, like somebody's lying to you. And there's also a fear of being cut off or blocked. And I feel like that has to do with some sense of loneliness. Like you will feel abandoned if you block them, or they will feel abandoned if they block, or if whoever gets blocked will feel abandoned, or whoever does the blocking is feeling like they will be letting someone down. So I'm also picking up that there are some issues with abandonment here. There are some, deep-seated childhood abandonment issues that have not been addressed. There's not been like a safe space to discuss this with this person, perhaps. And, you just feel like you can't open up about it. But I am picking up on some abandonment issues. But this is having you attract partners that are dependent on you financially or energetically, okay? So it's like what you focus on grows. And there is a fear of loneliness. If you cut this person off, or cut ties with this person, or cut ties with this job, I just feel like there's a huge overtone of lack and loss and grief here, Virgo. And it's really being held on to quite tightly. And I feel like that's why this Ten of Pentacles stands to come towards you in your future. Like you are at a risk of a loss, a financial loss of family, loss of energy, or all of those things at once. Because, you're holding on to past experiences that you haven't been able to release here, Virgo. And I feel like the person with whom you're dealing, they could be struggling with the same thing. You're attracting what you are and not what you want. I feel like what you want is to be single and to grow your finances and to look nice and live lavish and not really have all of these responsibilities weighing you down. Like that's what you really want. And yet you have exactly that. Everything that you don't want is what you're being faced with at this time. And what it is you do want, I just feel like it's seeming like it's out of reach, because you don't want to cut somebody off, hurt somebody's feelings, or you don't want to be lonely here is what it is, okay? This could be a dishonesty with the self here, Virgo. You could be afraid to admit something to yourself, because this Knight of Swords is directly below the Hermit, which is your energy. I feel like this is perhaps something you don't want to admit to yourself, okay? This could also be, about the other person, just being dishonest about their true intentions. So the way that the reading is finalizing itself here, Virgo, is the Ace of Cups reversed, okay? This is the only cup in this reading, and it is coming in reverse. So this looks like you are just going to shut down emotionally. You may not do anything about the situation from what this is looking like. You may just let shit hit the fan and see where it goes from there. But what, this is like, for some of you, for a small amount of you, you may cut it off, possibly. But I do see a fear of cutting it off. It's like there's a need to cut an emotional cord or an emotional attachment that you have to the situation. Okay, but instead I'm getting that you might just shut down emotionally, withhold your emotion, withhold your feelings, and continue to allow yourself to be drained, Virgo. I really, that makes me sad for you, because I have a lot of respect for your sign in the fact that you tend to really be there for your dependents when you're vibing high, especially. Like, you're so dependable, and it's like you're feeling kind of lonely, and like you don't have the same dependability that you've been giving to this person or to this job, or to this child or children. I'm really picking up like maybe one child, if there's any at all. But there's just so much drainage and so much blockage, and what you want the most, you're just getting further away from here, Virgo. And I'm really sorry to deliver that news, but I hope that brings you some sense of clarity so that you can really get serious about what you want and how to get that here. And that's going to take a lot of emotional decluttering, and that's going to take some honesty here with the self and honesty with the people that you're dealing with. Okay. And, loss of finances is totally hard on anyone. Okay. Perhaps you need to smaller, make your circle a little bit smaller so that you can get back into your hermit energy, get back into the energy of, spending some time alone until you get that clarity, until that lantern comes on. There's actually a star inside of this lantern. So there is this energy of hope not being lost. You just need to restore the Virgo that you are. You need to restore that energy of, I can do this by myself. Like, all I need to do is spend some time by myself until I figure out, until that lantern comes on. Okay. Until you have to go at this alone. You have to address these wounds here, Virgo, that have gone neglected for so long. Okay. Because, I just feel like you or they are just going to shut down emotionally, and you're just going to continue to endure, all of this baggage and all of this blockage. Yeah, this is going to it's just going to make you continue to be unhappy. Okay, you're going to feel eclipsed. You're going to feel unclear. You're going to feel like you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel here. So there's an eclipse, interestingly enough, coming up on the 16th. That would be a good time to, step into some sort of a manifestation. And that might be about the time your lantern comes on. Eclipses tend to highlight a certain situation. That's going to be in Scorpio. So, that could potentially, depending on where Virgo is in your chart and Scorpio is in your chart, will affect whatever house those are in. But I just, Virgo, I just feel like if you don't get really clear about what you deeply need and want at this time, it's just going to get much harder for you. Okay. Like, it's going to spill over emotionally, and it's going to continue to make you very unhappy and unclear. Okay. About, where your life is headed. All right. So I hope those messages were helpful, Virgo. What I'll do at this time is I'll pull an animal for you, and I'll pull from the Dream Oracle, because I feel like you really need it. Animals, which one I'd like to, okay. So the albatross, it says faith, journey, and hope. I love that. This is what you need right now along your journey. It's faith, journey, and hope. Okay. There is still time for you to soar. Okay. For you to fly high, for you to, and see, there's no other birds. It's just the albatross alone. So he's not with a flock of birds. This bird is soaring on his own. All right. So, so too should you spend some time by yourself until you get that clarity that you need. Because I feel like the people around you are not really helping the situation as much as maybe they'd like to, or maybe they have the capacity to. Okay. This is just one of those things that you'll have to grow from alone, okay? And there's a difference between being lonely and being alone. One of them is quite empowering, Virgo, all right? So Spirit, what message, what dream message do you have for Virgo at this time? Okay, these. Okay, you have ceremony and bridge. Ceremony is honor how far you've come, Virgo, okay? You have definitely come a long way, and I would like for you to give yourself much more credit, you know, than you feel like you are allowed for many of you. This is such a beautiful energy. I feel like you should really get into, you know, releasing what it is that isn't serving you so you can make room for what you need in your life right now. And that's heavily based on finances and being alone and being empowered by your own company. Again, there's a full moon in Scorpio on the 16th. And you could do some sort of manifestation ritual, but you know, you back that up with radical action, Virgo, okay? And then you have bridge here. So stay strong and remain connected to what is important to you. Nothing, no better message could have come out for this reading. And I love that for you. I'm so here for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read a little bit for the albatross. The albatross is number 15, which is a 6. And that number could be of significance for you. Okay, so $15. It takes courage to set out on a journey of any kind. Albatross knows that sometimes when we start a new adventure, it doesn't always happen exactly like we planned, Virgo. Most of you are very big on planning. There's a message right there. If we are learning something new or reaching for a dream, it can be pretty tricky to reach where we are going. Sometimes it feels like we are out in the middle of the ocean and we don't know when we will see land again, okay? Albatross comes to say, trust yourself in the secret winds that guide you. There is no need to flap your wings and fight against the storm here with this 5 of Wands, Virgo. You were designed for greatness, Virgo. Open your wings, reach for the stars, and enjoy the journey along the way. What a beautiful message. I love you guys so much, Virgo. Thank you all so much for watching. I would love for you to leave a comment if this reading resonated at all. I wish you all so much love, so much light, infinite abundance, healing, balance, and blessings. I'm going to hit the bowl one more time just to close this down. Thank you all so much again, Virgo. I love you guys. And until next time, take care.